Thank you, Mr. Chair. Absolutely. So uh, I've been on the committee for 5 years, and I started my 6th year here. And I think a couple times we've had some various bills come before us regarding seatbelts on buses. And, we've had some good debate. We've had some good discussions regarding the positive, the safety side of it. But we've also had some concerns from municipalities and why it's not such a good idea. A month ago or so, I came across reading my local newspaper, the Bristol Press, and I saw this pretty girl here's face on it, and her name is Emily Walls, and she had come up with a brilliant, I thought, idea regarding this issue, regarding the seatbelts on our buses. So I invited her today to come up through after speaking with the two of you and what you guys thought about it. And I think we all agreed, gee, it would be kind of cool to get her up here. So Emily is an inventor, and you'll see very shortly. She's a 6th grade student at Chippens Hill Middle School in Bristol, and she invented the to-go safety belt. And she's been at work with this since 2018, so it's not her first prototype, it's her second prototype, so to speak. And it started when she was at Southside Elementary School in Bristol. She's actually competing with 17,000 other participants in the 2020 Connecticut Invention Convention. The Connecticut Invention Convention is a program that's conducted at the schools and state levels. Teachers conduct local conventions at their schools, and students that are selected by their judges are invited to participate at the annual state final event scheduled at the end of April. And following the annual event, some inventors move on to the National Invention Convention in May or early June, where they compete for awards and prizes and other student inventors from across the country. She's in the running currently for the Young Inventor of the Year here in Connecticut. The to-go safety belt will be featured on the Invention Convention social media on March 14th. State finals are May 2nd at UConn, and she has a bright future ahead of herself. And I'm so grateful that we have this opportunity to see her demonstrate the to-go safety belt in person here today. So with that, Emily, you can show us, or if you'd like to answer some questions, it's up to you.
Yes, thank you, Senator Martin, and welcome, Emily. Your story was mentioned to us by Senator Martin, and to everyone's willingness and amazement, we all thought it was a great idea if we could get you up here. So we welcome you here to give us your idea. I did take a look at your YouTube post, so I thought that was very informative. And I think, as Senator Martin has mentioned, you have a bright future ahead of you. I'm sure your parents are very proud. But instead of listening to other people say how great an idea this is, we would love to hear directly from you as to how you came about it, what made you think of this, and how much time you put into it, and who you had to work with to come up with this idea, and who's been helping you along the way. But I think the fact that you've done this a lot on your own speaks volumes for us. And we have quite a few other ideas that need to be resolved, so maybe we'll give you some more things to work on. But with that said, why don't you, the floor is now yours. Why don't you tell us in your words how this all came about, and we'd love to hear your story.
Okay, so when I went on the school bus, there would be lots of potholes, and I'd go bouncing off my seat, and I felt very unsafe, and I didn't want any other kid to feel that way. So I thought, why aren't there seatbelts on school buses? And so I made a portable and customizable seatbelt that you can bring on the school bus in your backpack.
Could you give us a little bit of presentation on how it works and how it attaches, I guess, to the back end? And so my understanding is each child could bring their own seatbelt to the bus, right, and strap themselves in if they wish. So maybe explain how it works. Show it up a little bit for everyone to give us a little bit of a show and tell.
Want to come up?
There you go, yep. So explain the back end and the front end on how that works. And just so you know, we've been talking about school bus seats for many, many years, and no one has come up with a solution. So if this is a good idea, you might be on TV more often than you think.
Okay. All right, so you know how there's like slits in bus seats? So this middle piece would go into the seat. And then you let it go for a second, and then you pull it up and it locks in place.
So the back plate of each strap slides in through the bottom, and then when you tug it, it locks into place. And does it have like a little bit of rubber suction so that it doesn't slip and slide?
Yeah, it has rubber paints to help with the traction. Should I say it? Okay, it has rubber paint to help with the traction.
Rubber paint so it doesn't move, okay.
Perfect.
And then you can lock it into, oh, there you go. There you go. I think people got a better sense. And so on your YouTube, you said you can individualize it by spray painting that with multiple colors so each person can have their own.
Yes.
And I thought maybe to expand on that idea, you could even colorize your strap if you wanted to make it even more colorful. So let me ask you this. How would another person get a seatbelt like this if they wanted to? Are you currently working with someone to develop them so that you could sell them, or how does it work? Or we haven't gotten that far yet?
Not yet. Yeah,
Okay.
we just have the prototype.
That's a prototype. Well, I think you have a great business model in the works. And then how would you take it out?
So
For-
you let it go for a second, and then
You loosen up in the back, and
yeah.
then
And then you go around, and then
you slip it back in. And when do you go for your the next invention convention? When are you going to present this?
I don't think Chippen's has an invention convention this year, but yeah, I don't know.
Soon.
Yeah, I did it for the past 2 years, and this is what happened.
Now, has anyone at your school said that this is a great idea, or maybe they're not ready to use it? I mean, what have your teachers or your principal has said in terms of working on this?
They all think it's a good idea. I also went to the police and fire department, and they think that school buses should have it on.
So the police and fire in your town said that they were okay? And I'm kind of repeating so that we know what you're able to say, since we may not hear you there. Okay. So I think we're all truly amazed at the effort that you put into this and coming up with a novel idea that almost seems simple enough. Why it hasn't been thought of before? But let me open up for a couple of questions. I know my chair and rankings and other members want to probably say a few kind words as well. So with that, Mr. Chairman.
Emily, I just want to say thank you. I know it's really hard to come up here and talk to us, but on behalf of a lot of students, I got 4 of my own back home who are on the school bus, and they don't have seatbelts on theirs. And if you go across the entire state of Connecticut, none of our students are riding buses with school buses. And this is a wonderful idea that you've come up with. And I'd like to encourage your mom and dad to start working on the patent application as well. Because this is a terrific idea that is probably going to be utilized across all of our state one day, and we're all going to thank you very much for helping us come up with the idea that we've been struggling with as adults for a very long time. So thank you so much, Emily, for your idea, but your bravery in coming here before us today. I know it wasn't easy. We have a proclamation that we're going to present to you on behalf of the leadership of the committee, but I just wanted to personally say thank you so much for your ideas, your thoughtfulness, and your bravery.
Great, thank you. Representative Devlin, followed by Representative O'Day.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Emily, welcome. You are so impressive, and you did a great job taking us through your invention. As you've heard, and it is for real, we have been talking about this for a long time and keep coming up with traditional solutions that are complicated and costly and have a lot of resistance. And when Senator Martin shared your idea with us and the notion that you would come and tell us all about it, You're so creative, and it is just sort of out of the box thinking to look at it from a whole different perspective. You did a great job today in explaining it all to us. I am sure we'll be reading about you in the future, and we'll say we knew her when. And I just wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Representative O'Day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you so much for your testimony. And our firm, I have to talk to my partners, but our firm does patent work,
Hey, there you go. There you
and
go.
I will get it done pro bono for you.
Oh, that's even better.
If you haven't already done that. So, well done. Honestly, this is amazing. And if I were Senator Martin, I'd be looking over my shoulder about who's running against me next time around. But thank you so much. You did a great job, and it's very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you.
But honestly, keep my contact info.
Representative Ziogas, followed by Senator Wong.
Yeah, I just wanted to recognize that Emily is from Bristol, and she's certainly done us proud. And we're very happy to see that she represents the Bristol educational system so well. So thank you very much, Emily.
Great, thank you. Senator Wong.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Emily, great job. You have done something that we find very hard to do, where we're all singing Kumbaya together. So you've accomplished something quite remarkable. But I also wanted to acknowledge your work with the Invention Convention, and to also articulate that you are a terrific role model for your classmates. And that's something you need to take with you, because anything is possible, and you've demonstrated that. And you could just picture the joy in your parents' eyes. You know what? That might be the greatest gift that you've given to them today, is for them to be so proud of you and for you to believe in yourself so much. So you keep on believing, and you inspire others to follow in those dreams. So thanks for coming up. Thanks for dealing with us old fogies. And you know what? You've taught us something new. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I don't think there's any other questions. I'm sorry, Representative Garabay.
Thank you. I just want to congratulate you. And many years ago, I was a school bus driver when my kids were little, and I know I have always supported seatbelts. I think feeling unsafe, most children do, and what's ditto to what everyone else said, but this could save lives. It could save injuries, and you did that, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I think you're the star of the show, but do you want to introduce your parents? We're all wondering what they think of this idea. I'm sure they're very proud, and if maybe give them a chance to make a comment if they like.
You can just press the mic right there. Yep.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
Dustin Walls.
I'm Julie Gahan. We're
Yeah,
her
we're
parents.
very proud of her.
Yes.
It's amazing what she can accomplish.
Yep.
Can't imagine what I was doing at 12 years old.
Yeah, not bad.
Is she a role model at home?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
good.
always been, even when she was born, easiest baby.
There we go.
Smartest baby.
Well,
Well, I think the future is bright for all of you. So again, congratulations. We are so proud of you as on the behalf of the state and our transportation committee. We look forward to capitalizing on this great idea, working with a lot of people. But the fact that you just came up here took a lot of bravery and guts, and I know it was probably a little intimidating, but hopefully we put you a little bit at ease, and it was nice to have you here. Nice to see your smiling face, and it gives us something for hope going forward, that there's are solutions to complicated problems, and we're glad that you were able to think of one. So thank you.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to thank
Yes.
you again for allowing me to invite Emily here. And I do have a gift for Emily. It's a citation from all of us. And after I'm done presenting it or reading the comments that are on here, I'd like to invite the chairs and the ranking and Representative Ziogas to come up and take a picture with Emily, if we could do that. Okay? So, Emily, this is a citation from the General Assembly, and it was introduced by myself, Representative Chris Ziogas, Representative Carol Pavlock, Senator Carlos Leone, Representative Laura Devlin, Representative Whit Betts, as well as Representative Roland Lamar. And it says, in recognition, Emily Walls, for your vision in developing the to-go safety belt. Your practical problem-solving skills are an inspiration. We commend you for your phenomenal performance in the Connecticut Invention Convention. We thank you for your presentation before the General Assembly, Transportation Committee here today. You should be very proud of the to-go safety belt. We admire your passion to protect your peers. Today, we offer our sincerest congratulations, and it is signed by the President Pro Temp Martin M. Looney, as well as the Speaker of the House, Joe Arizamowicz, and the Secretary of State, Denise Murrow. So, congratulations. All right.
All right, congratulations.
Come on, we're gonna-
If we can just recess for about a minute, we'll take a quick photo, and then we'll let Emily move on. And next, after the photo, will be Tara Leistra Ackerman, followed by Joe Scully.
No short ones either.
Hold on, one more.
I don't really favor any of that stuff. That's just me. I'm not like but I hear Len wants to do some sort of version. What it's worth, the governor's version.